Hello, good morning, and welcome to our alternative audio coverage of the World Cup qualifying groups draw for UEFA on the Commentary Hub. I'm your guide, Nicholas Jones, and the ceremony will be taking place at FIFA's headquarters in Zurich, Switzerland. So, whilst everyone is getting ready for the ceremony to start, let us go through the seeding pots to determine which will determine who will go into the 12 groups. In pot 1 are Spain, the Netherlands, France, Croatia, Portugal, Denmark, Italy, Germany, England, Belgium, Switzerland, and Austria. In pot 2, we have Ukraine, Sweden, Turkey, Wales, Hungary, Serbia, Poland, Romania, Greece, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, or Czechia, depending on which way you want to look at them, and Norway. In pot 3, Scotland, Slovenia, the Republic of Ireland, Albania, North Macedonia, Georgia, Finland, Iceland, Northern Ireland, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Israel. For pot 4, we have Bulgaria, Luxembourg, Belarus, Kosovo, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Cyprus, the Faroe Islands, Latvia, and Lithuania. And in pot 5, Moldova, Malta, Andorra, Gibraltar, Liechtenstein, and San Marino. All of those nations in the seeding pots are put in according to their FIFA World Rankings, which were released on the 28th of November. And in pot 1, I should also mention, are the 4 quarterfinalists in the current Nations League. And those four teams who win the Nations League quarterfinals must go into one of the 4-team World Cup qualifying groups. That's groups A to F, and groups G to L will be consisted of 5 nations. And a maximum of 1 losing Nations League quarterfinalist or 1 Nations League promotion relegation playoff team can go into one group. So the Nations League, so how a team does in the remainder of the Nations League very much determines on where they will go. And there are also other restrictions. For political reasons, Ukraine and Belarus can't be in the same group, and also neither can Gibraltar and Spain. Kosovo must also be kept apart from Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And geographical limits will apply to Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and Iceland to avoid too many trips to the opposite side of Europe. There are also weather implications in this as well. Because of the potential cold conditions in Scandinavia, a maximum of 2 of Estonia, the Faroe Islands, Finland, Iceland, Latvia, Lithuania, and Norway can be drawn together. Iceland and the Faroe Islands can't be in the same group, as they are considered the 2 countries most at risk, of weather disruptions. So now that we've got the rules and regulations out of the way, let's talk about when the games are being played. The qualifying matches will be held over 10 match days across 5 international breaks, and they will be played between March and November. All groups will be concluded. All groups, of course, will be concluded in November, and we are now underway for the UEFA preliminary group stage draw. and on hosting duties is Samra Hunter. Various delegates will be allocated to drawing the balls, and I will be mentioning them when they come into position. I can see five balls representing the pots, and each of them and each of them will be looking to get their hands on the World Cup Winners' Trophy. The tournament will be taking place across the USA, Mexico, and Canada between June and July 2026. So now that we've got the first stage out of the way, there's likely to be speeches and a couple of other things to go with them as well. But we're gonna take a bit of a short break, and we'll be right back when the various delegates will make their entrance. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of the UEFA World Cup qualifying group stage draw, and quite a few of the FIFA legends are in position, and they will be allocating the draw. And also present is Manolo Zubira, the Chief Coordinate Officer of the World Cup 2026, from what I've heard. And Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming has commented, well, a very good morning, as it is still for another 50 minutes here in the UK. To you, Nick. Let's see what teams get who in this draw, especially England, of course. I will obviously do my very best to go through it all, sir. So 54 nations, 16 places will be decided, and groups and pots 1 to 5 have pots 1 to 5 the first groups A to F have 4 spots, and groups G to A and groups G to L have 5. So let's go through the pots one more time, shall we? So pot one will have at least one of the UEFA Nations League quarter-finalists in the winner. And and Russ says, "Good morning, Nicholas. Hope you're doing well. Be interested to see who Thomas Tuchel's England get in the draw." Ah, yes, forgot to mention that Thomas Tuchel, the England manager, will be watching proceedings as well. We've also had speeches from Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, and we are getting ever closer to the World Cup, World Cup group stage draw. The playoffs will be the playoffs of the Nations League will also be determined who goes in which group as well. And I've just been corrected by Russ that Thomas Tuchel is in attendance in Zurich. If Russ or anyone who's watching the live pictures, which of the other UEFA football managers are there as well, then you can let me know. Then do please let me know. And so with 54 nations and 162 places to be filled up, just to remind you that 16 UEFA nations can qualify for the Euros. And media, radio, jingles, and gaming ads as well. It'll be interesting for Tuchel, as he will be the manager of England World Cup qualifying. So let's see who he gets. Now, hold your horses, please. We're not exactly there yet. And there will also be a playoff, and there will also be UEFA playoffs to determine who will take the final places as well. That will of course be according to who finishes where in the in the qualifying group stage. So let's go through the pots one more time. In pot one, we have Spain, World Cup winners in 2010, and also the recent winners of the Euros, of course, the Netherlands, World Cup runners-up in 2010. And France, twice world champions, lost to Argentina on penalties in the last World Cup final. Croatia, World Cup finalists, I should say, in 2018, made the semi-finals in Qatar last time. Portugal, semi-finalists in 2006. Denmark haven't really progressed beyond the second round in the World Cup. Germany, World Cup winners in 2014, and also Italy famously won against France in 2006. That was our last victory. England, of course, did really well in the World Cup in Russia, bombed at the quarterfinals in Qatar, and Belgium, semi-finalists in 2018, and also the final lot in pot one, I should say, is Switzerland, or actually Austria. Don't forget them, and they will be in, and they are also in pot one. So to finally confirm, the 8 Nations League quarterfinalists: Spain, the Netherlands, France, Croatia, and so on and so forth. And we are ready, and we are all but ready to see who goes where from pot one. Remember, there are 12 groups. So let us begin with pot one, and pot one is now ready to be drawn. The balls are being swirled around, and the first one to come out of the pot and to go into Group A, and that is the Group 4 winner. And I mean, Nations League quarter-final winner 4, I should say, between Germany and Italy. So we have our first one in Group A. Okay. And the next ball so we wait for the next nation to come out of pot 1. Switzerland is the next one, and they will. They're actually going to be the first one in Group B. Almost forgot that whoever is drawn out from pot 1 will get the first place in their respective groups. So now we wait for the next one to come out, and that is the group, and that's the quarterfinal defeated team between Portugal and Denmark. So Portugal against Denmark. So Portugal against Denmark, the losing team. So now we wait for the next one to come out, and for Group D, it'll be the losing team between the Spain and the Netherlands. So now we move on. So now we move on to the next one in Group E. In fact, they're actually going into Group G. I do apologise, and that is to do with. And that is to actually do because and the next one is Austria. Austria will be placed into Group H. So the first nation to be placed into Group H, Austria. The balls continue to be swirled around. And the next one plucked out is the quarterfinalist defeated team between Germany and Italy. We wait to see where they will go. So a moment of hush before whilst the presenters explain where they'll be going and why. And it is Group I. Group I is where they will go. And the next one to come out is Belgium. So Belgium, the next nation to be drawn out, and Belgium, where will they be placed? We will find out shortly. They are the first to be placed into Group J. So Belgium, the first in Group J. We now go through the rest of them. And the next one out, England. Which group will they be put in? We will find out in a moment or two. And England are the first team to be placed in Group K. And we're now down to the final 4 balls, and the second quarterfinalist winner between France and Croatia is drawn out of the bowl. So now we wait to see where they will be put, and if you're not sure, then that's fine with me, because I'm not sure either. So they are the first to be placed into Group D. So winner. So first in Group D is the winner between France and Croatia. And the third from last ball, the winner is the winners between Spain and the Netherlands. So the winners, the quarterfinalist winners between Spain and the Netherlands. We'll just wait to see where they will go, and they are to be the first in Group E. Only two balls are left, and the losing team between the quarterfinalist match between France and Croatia, the losers are the next to be picked out. Remember, the Nations League quarterfinalists are placeholders, and we wait to see where they will go, and they are to be placed into Group L. Only one ball left, and I'm sure we know what that is, and that is the group, and that's the quarterfinalist, and that's the third quarterfinalist winner between Portugal and Denmark. So the winning nation of either Portugal or Denmark is to be placed in Group F. So that wraps up pot 1. And any second now, we will move on to pot number 2. And so in pot 2, we have Ukraine missed out on the World Cup playoffs against Wales for 2022. Will they have better luck this time? Sweden, regular appearances in the World Cup. Turkey, semi-finalists at the Japan-South Korea World Cup in 2002. Wales, first major World Cup appearance in Qatar in 64 years. Hungary, regulars in the European Championships, haven't appeared in the World Cup for a long time. Serbia, regular World Cup appearances as well. Poland haven't appeared in the World Cup since 2018. Romania famously did well at the US World Cup in '94. Greece famously won the European Championships in 2004. Slovakia, let's see where they'll go. Czechia or the Czech Republic, decent squad. Norway, the first of the Scandinavian sides placed into pot number 2. So no Nations League quarterfinalists complications this time round. And so we get ready for pot 2. To be drawn, and who will be the first to go into Group A. We shall wait and see. So the balls are about to be swirled round, and indeed they are. And the first ball drawn out, and I can see the first name coming out is Slovakia. And so Slovakia will be, Slovakia, the first one to be drawn out, and they go into Group A. So Slovakia, the first from pot 2 into Group A. Next nation out, Sweden. And so remember, only 2 Scandinavian sides can meet in the same group, and Sweden are to be placed into Group B. And the next nation drawn out is Poland. So Poland, the next team out. Where will they go? We will wait and see. So everyone holding their breath, and they are to be placed into Group G along with the losing team of either Spain or the Netherlands. So Poland, the second team, put in qualifying Group G. Next ball out, and the team is Greece. Where will Greece go? Will they be in the same team? Will they be in the same group as England, Belgium, Austria, or one of the other quarterfinalists? And I get the answer right away. They are put into Group C. So Greece, the second one in Group C. Now we wait to see who comes out next. Ukraine. Who will they be up against? They had an amazing run in the qualifying campaign for the World Cup 2022. Was second only to France, but lost to Wales in the playoffs. So Ukraine, the second one, placed into Group D. Turkey is the next ball out, or Turkey. To avoid confusion, I'm just going to carry on with Turkey, and they are to be placed into Group E. And we now have some 5 or 6 balls left. Hungary is the next ball out. And Hungary, where will they be placed? They're either going to be placed in, and just as I was about to say where they would go, they are to be allocated the second spot in Group F. Hungary in Group F. Next nation out, sorry. Romania. So where will Romania go? They're going to be either in Group H, and actually, yes, it is Group H. So they will be in Group H along with Austria. Next nation out is Norway. So where will Norway go? Norway are to be placed in Group I. So with just 3 slots available, The next one out is Wales, and home nations viewers home nations listeners, I should say, will be relieved because they will not be placed in the same group as England. They are to be placed in the same group as Belgium in Group J. Just 2 slots left, and England's first and the first team to be put in the same group as England is Serbia. So Serbia to be placed in the same group as England. Just one nation left, and it is Czechia. Yes, I know some people will still refer to them as the Czech Republic, but FIFA do recognise them as Czechia, so we're going to stick with that. And they are to be placed in the same group as the losing team from the Nations League quarterfinal match between France and Croatia. So pots 1 and 2 have been done. We can now move swiftly on to pot number 3. And in pot 3, Scotland. The last World Cup appearance was in '98. Went down, lost to Ukraine in the playoff semi-finals, I should say. Slovenia are the second team in. The Republic of Ireland haven't appeared in the World Cup since 2002. Albania, they're the third nation. They're the third nation to be placed in pot 3. North Macedonia. Their last major international tournament was Euro 2020. Georgia reached the second round of Euro 2024. Finland. They're the next. Finland. They're the next one. Iceland, of course, famous for knocking England out of the round of 16 in Euro 2016. Northern Ireland, the last of the home nations, and Montenegro. In 2006, Serbia and Montenegro were actually part of the same team because of what the country was at the time, and Bosnia and Herzegovina, and also not forgetting the last team in this pot, Israel. So we are now all set. So we are now set for pot number 3. And who will be the first to come out, and who will be the first to be drawn in pot 3? Remember, there are geographical and political complications. Certain nations can't face each other in the same group. And the first one out is Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, the first nation to be drawn out of pot 3. So where will Northern Ireland go? Group A is the answer, and they are in the same group as the winners of either Germany or Italy and Slovakia. The next nation drawn out is Slovenia. Slovenia are the next nation to come out, and they will be placed, I am sure, into Group B. So Group B so far: Switzerland, Sweden, and Slovenia. We will now see who goes into pot C or otherwise, and Group C, I should say, and it is Scotland. So Scotland are to be placed into Group C. Only one home nation left, and that is the Republic of Ireland. I am hoping, personally, they are not placed in the same group as Wales or England. And Finland is the next nation. Finland is the next nation to be drawn out, and Finland will more than likely be placed into Group D. Although we still wait for further confirmation. It's actually Group G that they will go into. So Finland in the same group as the losing team between either Spain or the Netherlands and Poland. And we now wait to see who is next. Bosnia and Herzegovina. So Bosnia and Herzegovina drawn out, and they are to be placed. And where will they go? Group H is the answer, So Bosnia and Herzegovina in Group H. Israel is the next team, is the next nation drawn out. We just wait to see where Israel will be placed. We will get the answer any second now. Group I. They are in the same group as either Germany or Italy and Norway. North Macedonia is the next nation drawn out. So we now wait to see where they will go. Group J, they are in the same group as Belgium or Wales. So we now wait to see who's next out. Iceland. Only four nations remain after Iceland have been drawn out. So where will Iceland be placed? Group D, the same group as Ukraine and the winners of either France or Croatia. Just four nations left. Albania is next. So where will they go? You're just going to have to keep guessing. They are going into the same group as England and Serbia. So we now have some 3 balls left. Georgia are next. Where will Georgia go? Georgia are the next team to be placed in Group E. And I have to say, I am relieved, as will likely many home nations listeners be, that the Republic of Ireland won't be in the same group as either England, Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland. Montenegro is the next one out. And Montenegro are to be placed into either Group F or Group L. Group L is where they will go. And we now have 1 ball left, which is, of course, the Republic of Ireland. And the Republic of Ireland will be in Group F. So that concludes pot number 3. We now have 2 pots left. And we are gearing up for pot, and we will be shortly gearing up for pot number 4. Just a few last minute words between the presenters and the UEFA delegates. So we should be ready any minute now for okay, just gonna go through the delegates right now. Robert Pires, the former France international and Arsenal player, he drew Group A. He drew pot 1. If you're keeping up, if you're trying to keep up with what I'm saying, then very well done to you. So let's go through who we have in the groups so far. For Group A, the winners of the quarterfinal match between either Germany or Italy, Slovakia, and Northern Ireland. Group B is Switzerland, Sweden, and Slovakia. Group C, the losing team between either Portugal or Denmark, Greece, and Scotland. Group D, France, the winners of either France or Croatia, Ukraine, and Iceland. Group E, the winners of either Spain, the winners of the quarterfinal match of either Spain or the Netherlands, Turkey, and Georgia. Group F will have the winners of either Portugal or Denmark in the Nations League quarterfinals, Hungary, and the Republic of Ireland. Group G, the losing team in the Nations League quarterfinals, Spain or the Netherlands, Poland, and Finland. Group H, Austria, Romania, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Group I, the losing quarterfinalists of either Germany or Italy, Norway, and Israel. Group J, Belgium, Wales, and North Macedonia. Group K, England, Serbia, and Albania. And finally, in Group L, the losing team in the quarterfinal match between France and Croatia, Czechia, and Montenegro. So just going through final speeches of the first lot to go through the first two pots, the delegates for pots 4 and 5 standing by. And the way how I see each home nations group so far. Difficult to say how the Republic of Ireland will do against either Hungary or Portugal or either Portugal or Denmark. The Republic of Ireland, it's still difficult. It's difficult to say. It's also difficult to say how Scotland will do against either Portugal or Denmark or Greece. Now we move on to pot number 4. We have Bulgaria, featured in the World Cup in '94. Luxembourg, Belarus, Kosovo, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Estonia, who have the same sounding national anthem as Finland, funnily enough, Cyprus, the Faroe Islands, Latvia, and finally Lithuania. So we are now all but ready to see who goes where in pot number 4. Remember in the case of some teams, there are geographical restrictions as well. So some of the teams will not. So some of the teams will want to be in the same group. So some teams will be allocated to a group that doesn't require too much in the way of travel distances. Pot number 4 is about to be. So pot number 4, the first nation, about to be drawn out. And It is Luxembourg. So Luxembourg, the first to be pulled out, and we wait to see which group they. So we wait to see which group they will go into, and it is Group A. So now we wait to see who goes. So we now wait to see who the next nation to be picked out is. And we have Kosovo. So Kosovo, the next team picked out. We wait to see where we now wait with bated breath to see where they will go, and this is Group B. Remember, Kosovo are one of the nations that can't face certain teams because of political reasons. And the next one out, Belarus. So which group will Belarus go into? We wait to see where they will go. I have a hunch it will be Group C. So Belarus in the same group as Scotland. And the next nation drawn out is Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, the next team drawn out. And where will they go? Group D is the answer. So Azerbaijan in the same place as the either winning team of France or Croatia in the Nations League quarterfinal. We now are waiting for Lithuania to come out. So Lithuania, the next nation out. We wait to see which group they will go into. And they are to be allocated group letter, I should say. They also go into group letter G. So Lithuania in group G. Cyprus is the next nation drawn out. And so we wait to see where Cyprus are to be allocated. Group H. And so now we are down to the final few balls, and Estonia is the next team drawn out. So where will Estonia be allocated? Group I. Along with either Germany or Italy, Norway, and Israel. Some 5 spaces left from pot 4. Kazakhstan, the next nation to be drawn out. And so Kazakhstan are to be placed into Group J, the same group as Wales. And just some 4 balls left. Bulgaria have been picked out. So where will Bulgaria go? So Bulgaria placed into Group E. So Bulgaria in Group E. Latvia is the next nation drawn out, and of the three spaces left, where will they go? And Latvia are in the same qualifying group as England. And with just two balls left to go, I can see the next nation is the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands. So where will the Faroe Islands be placed? Group L is the answer to that. So we now have one nation left to be picked out. Armenia. And Armenia are to take the final spot in Group F. So the first six nations, first six groups have been decided. So groups A to F are now full. We are now down to pot 5 to see who will take the last spaces. Moldova is the first nation in pot 5, followed by Malta. Andorra. Gibraltar. Remember, due to political reasons, they can't face Spain. Liechtenstein. San Marino, the lowest ranked European nation. Let's see who will be the first one out and who will go where. We're just waiting for the balls to be drawn out. And the first nation out is Malta. Malta, the first nation out. And remember, they can either go remember, each of those nations can go in either groups from groups G to H. And so Malta to take up the last spot in Group G. And the next nation picked out of the ball. That's the bowl, I should say, is San Marino. San Marino, the lowest ranked UEFA nation at 210. And they are to be placed into Group H. So we're now down to, we now have 4 balls left. Moldova is the next nation picked out. So where will they go? and we appear and we've almost and we momentarily lost the picture, but we have got it back. So they will be placed into Group I. So we are now down to the final 3 balls. See who gets what. Andorra. Andorra, the third from last nation to be drawn from the bowl. And they are to be placed into Group K. So England's group is complete. We'll run you through all the groups very shortly. Liechtenstein is the penultimate nation to be brought out of pot 5. So they can either go in groups. They can either go in Group J or Group L, and Group J is where they will. Group J is where they will be placed, along with Wales. And the final group, the final nation picked out, Gibraltar, and Gibraltar are to be placed into Group L. So that concludes our coverage. So that wraps up the World Cup qualifying preliminary draw for UEFA. Good luck to I'm sure that myself and everyone at the Commentary Hub wish all the nations in the wish all the nations good luck, and the first matches are to be played in March 2025. So we'll just add the banner there to remind. So we'll just add the banner there to remind everyone of this, and the games and the qualifying matches will go on until November 2025. There will be playoff matches in early 2026. So now let's go through the groups. So now let's go through the groups as they have been officially decided. Group A, the winners of the quarterfinal match in the Nations League, either Germany or Italy, Slovakia, Northern Ireland, and Luxembourg. Group B, Sweden, Switzerland. Group B, Switzerland, Sweden, Slovenia, and Kosovo. Group C, the losing nation between either Portugal or Denmark in the Nations League quarterfinals, Greece, Scotland, and Belarus. Group D, the winners of the Nations League quarterfinals between either France or Croatia, Ukraine, Iceland, and Azerbaijan. Group E, the winners of the Nations League quarterfinal match between either Spain or the Netherlands, Turkey, Georgia, and Bulgaria. Group F, the winning nation of the quarterfinal match between Portugal and Denmark in the Nations League, Hungary, the Republic of Ireland, and Armenia. Group G, the losing team in the quarterfinal match between either Spain or the Netherlands, Poland, Finland, Lithuania, and Malta. Group H, Austria, Romania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cyprus, and San Marino. Just let that ticker go on a bit longer, so that everyone is sure who is where. Group I, the losing team of either Germany or Italy in the Nations League quarterfinal, Norway, Israel, Estonia, and Moldova. Group J, Belgium, Wales, North Macedonia, Kazakhstan, and Liechtenstein. Group K, England, Serbia, Albania, Lithuania, and Andorra. Group L, the losing nation of either France or Croatia in the Nations League quarterfinals, Czechia, Montenegro, the Faroe Islands, and Gibraltar. So that concludes our coverage of the World Cup, of the UEFA World Cup qualifying groups draw. I've been Nicholas Jones, and everyone at the comment, and myself and everyone at the Commentary Hub wishes all the participating nations in the UEFA qualifying the very best of luck. Thank you to everyone who's been listening. Have a great rest of the day and enjoy your weekend. And we will be back on the Commentary Hub for more football very, very soon. Until then, goodbye.